Here's the thing with my relationship with Kill Tony. I'm going to back it up the whole history of Kill Tony with me. First off, I'm going to say it. I told the white boys I don't do roast. I take it too personal. Let me explain this.
Okay.
And you can't give me an impression like you don't believe me. All right? Give me a neutral face. You did the Oprah Winfrey. Explain.
You standing trial. Why ain't I see you around back when I was down?
I'm going to rewind my
And
whole...
bring up the second time that you win.
When I say...
Okay.
When I say, could you get your daughter? All right. No, he said, nah, she a grown-ass woman.
Yeah,
she grown.
No. Okay, this is my whole story. I'm going to back it way back.
Okay.
Me and Kill Tony. Now, he wasn't even Kill Tony.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know who the fuck Kill Tony was.
Okay.
I knew Tony Hinchcliffe, right? But I knew niggas wanted to kill him. Right? But I didn't know he had a whole show for niggas that want to kill him.
Yeah.
And I didn't even used to go back there, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, why the fuck everybody want to kill Tony? I realized he's an asshole.
Okay.
Right? He's a good asshole, friendly asshole,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He's a snarky asshole. And I was like, this makes sense. Motherfuckers do want to kill Tony.
Yeah.
And this was years ago, my first appearance. So there was a comedian named David Lucas. Right?
Mm-hmm.
David Lucas from New York. David Lucas, funny black guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And David Lucas was doing Kill Tony. And David Lucas was destroying everybody. On the roast part, they would always be like, yeah, David Lucas. And then here's David Lucas. And David Lucas was everybody on that panel. He was lighting that ass up, right? And everybody's like this, Donnell, yeah, you know David Lucas is going to be on the show. I said, man, fuck David Lucas. I've destroyed him backstage in the parking lot before. He don't want the smoke. Everybody's like, yeah, whatever. This is the first time I ever did Kill Tony. David Lucas was supposed to be the person that fuck everybody up. And if you guys, you historians, you're historians. Go back, you motherfuckers. You Tony, Kill Tony motherfuckers. Thank you. I never thought I was going to use this platform to say fuck Kill Tony fans, right? But that's where we at right now.
Yeah.
If you historians of Kill Tony, go back, watch the episode, Donnell Rawlings, David Lucas, right? I murdered them, ate them up.
Yeah.
You ask yourself, how many standing ovations have you seen in the history of Kill Tony? I'm going to wait for that answer, right? I smoked them. Now the Kill Tony haters like this. Yeah, you never even let David Lucas talk. You didn't give him a chance. Nigga, I don't know where y'all from. If I'm whipping somebody's ass, I'm not going to come up off of like,
so it's cultural differences.
Yeah,
it is. I'm going to tell you. In DC, we call it joning.
Right, joning.
Joning.
Yeah.
And when you jone, it ain't no script. It's not like, because they doing this. All right, and your mom and so-and-so. Wait a minute. I got another one for you. And this one, by the way, Tony. No. When you catch a nigga, you look at him from his toes up. You light him up.
You get on his ass.
You get on him.
You get on his ass.
And you do not stop.
Yeah.
Once you get him up in the ropes, you don't stop. You're like, all right, now your turn. You go in. They was like, you didn't let him talk. And Dave was like, did you ain't let me talk? Nigga, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Guess when you talk? When I take a breath.
Right.
When I take a breath, when they're not laughing anymore,
So
that's
you
when you
better
do
catch
it.
it.
Yeah.
That's when you do it. That was the first one I did. But to Kill Tony motherfuckers, that wasn't enough. They made an excuse for that, right? So the next time I did it, I wasn't happy about, I don't like doing the show because I will crash out. And I just avoid it. So the next time, this was during the pandemic, when they moved to Austin.
Okay.
And it was hard for Tony to get guests because the pandemic and COVID and everything. And a lot of times people were coming to Austin to do the Rogan show and they was leaving.
Yeah.
And Tony was having a hard time getting good guests. And me and him were friends at the time. He was like, yo, D, you in town? Could you come do it? I was like, come on, man. You trying to get me to crash? He said, no, it's not gonna be like that. He was like, no. And I was like, I don't. He was like, come on, D. And as a friend, I said, I'm going to pull up for you, right? This is when he had a limited band. Everything was a small crew. They were still trying to keep it consistent because he never stopped with his show. So I did it, and I was giving advice to comics and stuff. And it was this one comic. I don't want to say his name. Nobody's going to remember who he was. It threw me off because there wasn't that many black people in the building. It was his brother. And I was giving him real criticism, good stuff. And this nigga flipped on me and started roasting me. And I'm like, nigga.
Yeah.
Now, I did have a couple of Tito's and tonics, right? I was a little nice. And I'm telling the story. That day, I had planned on going I'm remind the whole story. I had this sushi restaurant I was going to, right? I had an appointment set up. I said, Tony, I'm not going to be here all night. And people like, yeah, you had a day, the sushi day. You could have just rescheduled it. No, nigga, it wasn't one of them type of places. It was one of those joints, 6 months waiting list, seat 3 couples. 3-hour experience, no soy sauce. Right, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about sushi stop, nigga. No soy sauce. You got to pick it up with your hand, 2 pieces at a time. The origin of the fish. A glass of wine paired with each bite, nigga. This is not California rolls.
Right.
If you enjoyed this content, go download the OG Network on Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, Google Play, and the App Store. While you're at it, go swing over to the OGNetwork.net and register your email so you can stay tapped in with all the new content that we're dropping. And also be on the lookout for our OG Network merch. Go leave your email, the OGNetwork.net. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Salute.
This is not shrimp tempura. This the real deal. If you don't show up, you fuck the whole dinner up, right? Yeah. So I'm getting nice. Black dude started fucking with me, and we go back and forth, right? We going back and forth. He got a couple off. I got a couple off, right? And I told my girl at the time, she bought. I told her, give me another Tito's and tonic, and I said, man, these niggas. I kept telling Tony, I said, man, I'm not gonna. I'm getting nice. I'm like, my shit is doing like this.
This shit about to go bad.
Get the fuck up out of here, right? He's like, oh, come on, Donnell, stay, right? He's got his Kill Tony shit-eating face on. Come on, stay. And I'm like this. I'm like, oh, no. So I was like, I'm going to the bathroom, right? I knew I wasn't going to the bathroom. I knew I wasn't coming back. What they did was, and for all you Kill Tony historians, look at the doctored video that they put out there and made it me the crash out person. You see this guy, he has an exchange with me, and then you see me leave. It's 2 different guys on stage.
I did see you leave.
Right, you saw me left, right? That's when my new name is Walk Off Rawlings.
Yeah.
They call me Walk down there walking. If you look at it, one person is saying something to me. Then when I leave, it's another person on stage. So they edited the video to look like this guy roasted me, and then I took off. I ran off because I couldn't handle it.
Okay.
And that's what Joe Rogan was about.
Yeah, they ran, and then this is how fucking asshole Tony is.
Got it.
I talked to him about it again, and Tony doubled down on it.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan called, and he was like, Tony, and then Tony was like, no.
Yeah, on speaker.
I was like, you dirty motherfucker.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how that started. So now, that's out there, right? And I'm mad at these motherfuckers. They're the first people to get me to get a therapist.
Yeah. Damn.
Because they was calling me, them niggas a troll on any page. They don't give a fuck what. I posted a video of me teaching my son how to ride a bike. Them niggas met me on that post.
Damn.
Yo, they met me on that post like this, yeah. Instead of walking out of his kid's life, he's gonna roll out. Since I was like, God, stop. They wouldn't stop.
Wow.
Right? So now we got that. Now I gotta deal with another year of these niggas fucking with me.
Yeah.
So I was like, Tony, I got to come back. I said, you know what? Next, I'm going to light everybody up. So I was supposed to go back. This one, Tony had got in that situation where he performed for the Republican convention, and he roasted, and everybody was on him like, he's a MAGA guy and everything. I was supposed to do Kill Tony that Monday, and he did this thing on Saturday or Sunday, and he was on fire. Everybody was shitting on him. And my publicist was like, I don't think it's a good time. But that's how I realized that she's liberal, right? So she would what she wanted to do was based on her political views and not the friendship I had with Tony, right? And that was a tough thing for me to do.
Yeah.
And I called Tony, and Tony was on fire, right? I called him, I said, man, I don't think it's a good idea. He was like, what, D? Because of the thing? I was like, man. He was like, D, this is going to air 2 weeks later. They'll forget about it. I said, I know, and I set up there because they have a condo. You can see the club. I set up there, and I called my publicist like 12 times, right? And I was like, what if I say this? Could I say this? She wasn't understanding the friendship I had with him right now. She's looking at it like a career move, but I was struggling with it, right? Yeah. And I said, man, I don't think it's a good time, bro. Because he said, this is going to be the most epic. We was ready. He said, I wasn't gonna be now. I was just gonna walk out there. He said, I said, man, I right. And he said, D, I understand. It sounded like it was an undertone of, nigga, I can't believe you. Right? But it would translate to, I understand.
Yeah.
But I knew what that understand meant. It meant like, you know you ain't gonna never do the show no more, right? Right? He was like, I understand. I was like, you understand? He was like, yeah. I was like, wow. And I sat up there, man, on the balcony. I watched everybody go in and I didn't do it. And I struggled with that for a while. Then I had to come and do Rogan again. And I said, T, can I pull up? He was like, yeah, it'll be epic, right? So this for you motherfuckers. So now this Rob Schneider has never done this show before. Mm-hmm. I did it. Now this like me. Everybody was like, oh, this is going to be the greatest. I was like, nigga, it ain't. All they're going to do is see who I've always been, right? I eliminated everything. They said I was too mean to the comedians. One of the Tony's rules was I didn't know. He was like, you got to let the comedians have 1 minute uninterrupted. I didn't know that. I didn't know how the show flowed before. I was interrupting everybody. And they was getting frustrated. But then I said, okay, let me play by their rules. Rob Schneider's first time there. Rob Schneider's somewhat nervous because he's got shit he dealing with. And he comes on the show. He doesn't really know the format of the show. So when I went out there and they was like the king of walk off, whatever, I came in and they was cool with me. And I went up there and I was lighting that show up. Funny, I took notes. I tried to please these motherfuckers. Okay, they said, blah, blah, he was drinking. I was like, okay, don't drink. Everything, I did a checklist just so I could give them nothing to talk about. They still was gonna find out. So Rob was cold at the beginning, but I was throwing this nigga alley-oops. I was giving him callbacks. I was having shit where, okay, come on now, hit your little song. Boom, boom, boom. Now he started to get his rhythm. Everybody getting the rhythm. The show is popping.
Yeah.
It's one of the big, people in the back talking about this is one of the best episodes of the year. Hands out. That's what they're saying or whatever, right? And then there was a moment where I wanted to apologize to Tony on the show. I wanted people to explain why I was there, the whole thing, and why I'm really giving a heartfelt how I feel. This nigga still trying to clown me. Rob Schneider's still shucking and jiving. I'm like, nigga, you ain't got no sense of timing, right? You funny now. I brought you into the funny fold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I brought you in now.
Now you trying to shit on you.
Now you trying to wah, 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 wah. And I was like, nigga, stop. He's still clowning. But people are always like, Rob is killing him. No, I wanted to smack the shit out of him. Not as an angry comedian. It's like, yo, I'm trying to say this. And then we went on and he just fucked that moment up and he made it look like a moment like, oh, he destroyed. I was on your team.
Right.
Is that when he did that? Oh, because black people can be racist and all of that. Is that when he was getting into that?
Yeah, but the thing was, I warmed it up for that.
Yes.
But you could have took 2 minutes, you could have been like, all right, I saw. And the crazy thing was, after it was over, Red Band was like, oh my God, that was probably the most epic, greatest comebacks in the history of Kill Tony. I said, don't call it a comeback. It wasn't a comeback. It was who I am or who I've always been. And then here's the funny thing is, the crazy thing was, and I don't care about those accolades or whatever, people consider that the best episode of the year. Rob Schneider won Guest of the Year. I mean, I'm just gonna
you
be
like roll the tape. Roll the tape, not the clip.
I'm like, yeah. Wah. But then even with that, and it was my business because I try to silence the negativity, the haters, whatever. But then I said to myself, and out of that, there is people that watch that show that know me. Maybe like a couple months after that, I was doing a show in Phoenix. And it was some Kill Tony motherfuckers in there, right? I was taking pictures with people, right? And it was a couple over there. And they was like, because they had this transgender woman, whatever, Juanita. They tried to, they was like
I saw.
Yeah, they was like, Juanita.
Oh, wow.
We not even have Kill Tony. I'm going to take a picture by somebody said, the guy said, he was like this, Juanita. And I said, we will fuck you. Right? I did that. And I know they was trying to fuck with me, right?
Yeah.
But I ignored them. And then when the people went away for the picture, I'm walking down the hallway and I saw the guys that was trying to heckle me. He was like, yo, D, you mind if I get a picture? I was like, fuck you and Juanita, right? And then he was like, oh, come on. But I realized that's their sense of humor, right?
Yeah.
And then he said, and then I said, you know what? When you want to go in my comment section, I said, talk about that. He said, you're fucking right. He was like, yo, I've seen all those guys come through here, whatever. Your shit was the funniest. I was like, that's what I want people to know me for.
Exactly.
But then I also said, how much of a fight I don't want to have to fight for you to get it.
Yeah.
And he does have a large fan base. That show is the #1 show on YouTube and all that. But I'm not fighting to make nobody understand who I am.
For sure.
If you don't get it. And I tell anybody this, when you go in these comments and you say, me particularly, Donnell Rawlings isn't funny, I know you've never seen me do live stand-up. There's no way.
Right.
If you enjoyed this content, go download the OG Network on Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, Google Play, and the App Store. While you're at it, go swing over to the OGnetwork.net and register your email so you can stay tapped in with all the new content that we're dropping. And also be on the lookout for our OG Network merch. Go leave your email, the OGnetwork.net. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Salute.